Psalm 100, verses 1 through 3. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Psalm 100, verses 1 through 3.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 No matter if you're near or far, tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far.
Well, grand rising to each and every one of you on this beautiful Friday morning, 3 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, right here on the one and only MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you that have gotten up each and every day on the weekdays. Listen and give us your attention and allow us to speak to you, whether you're in your homes, your cars, your places of business, getting your cappuccino, or all those other drinks that we drink. I drink regular coffee, it seems like I have here today. Uh, it's a beautiful day. Every day is a wonderful day when you can observe and see. We're still submitting to you to help the victims of storm that ravaged through the state of Mississippi. On today at the M.R. Dye Library on Goodman Road, for those of you all that are in the Mid-South, in the WKRA listening area, DeSoto County, Mississippi, North Mississippi area, the M.R. Dye Library in Horn Lake, Mississippi on Goodman Road, right there, Goodman and Tulane. They're taking relief supplies with the state representatives and other elected officials and other people that are there. They're gathering supplies for the storm victims. And if you're in the vicinity or if you know anyone that needs some, that you would like to assist right directly in Mississippi, San Antonio, Mississippi got hit really, really bad, folks. You don't hear about it in the news a lot because it's people that look like us. I will say again, I am not anti-white. I'm just pro-black, and that means that they're not the resources are not getting to those people. Good morning to Foxy. Good morning. Let me call the roll this morning to our deacon, our chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore. Like to say good morning to you, sir. To the alto section leader. That's the section leader, all of the altos. That's Sharon Reed and our apostle, Miss Anthony Reed, wherever you are, sir. I know that you're busy out and about. Alice, the chair lady of our trustee board, is Foxy, to Roxy, and the chief usher, the one that keeps everything in order, the best for last. That is Alice, the blessed child of God. All of these wonderful people that have come into, and to Diane Black in the bushes, we know you're there. To her wonderful father, I'd like to say good morning to you, sir. Thank you for listening to us here on the McMahon Morning Show every morning. You give us a part of your day. And we just thank you all for being a part. To those of you that are in the bushes, to our executive producer, we know you're recovering. And to my dear, dear friend, I got a new sponsor alert. New sponsor alert. I'll do that later. I like to say good morning to each and every multitasking right now. I know you always up to something. I know, and see, and Foxy Two Roxy is right there too. So y'all got, y'all right in the same area almost, and everything. Sharing all of y'all. I'm so glad that we can be friends and we can come together as persons that try to get out the information and inspiration that we're supposed to be giving and getting out to the community. I want to thank you. Now back to what I was saying, um, folks. We have to be conscious and aware of the help that we should be giving the people in our region. Um, the region has, and I'm talking about the greater Memphis area where I am, North Mississippi areas, the Delta, within that Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama area. Put it that way. The Southern Belt has gotten a bad rap, black business wise. There's some wonderful businesses. There's some wonderful class A. And when I star businesses, there's some real. They're great producers, great music, great creative minds. There are a lot of people that do a lot of wonderful things that have yet to be even displayed out in the ether. But that's why the McMahon Morning Show is here. Let me tell you something. I will dedicate my time as a broadcaster and having this opportunity to come each and every day that God will give me breath to do so. And I'm praying for many, 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 many opportunities to do this. That it's my duty and my responsibility to make sure that we promote each other. They say nothing yet. You got to look back in business. Uh, Let me go to Johnson Products Company. I'm familiar with that company because it was in my hometown of Chicago that John Johnson produced this hair care products for black people. I got sold. I'm super bad. James Brown, say it loud. I'm bracking out. We were proud to be who we were. We were beautiful, God given people. Nobody could get our style. Nobody could wear what we wore. Nobody had the ambiance and the coolness that are. Think about what your parents, cool your parents were. You know what I'm saying? They go to work, do what they have to do, woo, woo, woo. And I know that everybody ain't had no flower beds of ease. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying you can live and enjoy a wonderful life back in the 80s and the 90s and rolling and coming, even though I'm a 60s baby born. But I'm just simply saying that there are things, folks, and memories that I'll always keep that I know that our community can be. We had barbershops. Everybody wasn't on top of each other. Everybody wasn't hating on each other. You had your barber. I had mine. Where we go to drink, they had what they would call taverns or whatever. But it was spots, little clubs you go to in the neighborhood that you went to. The Naughty Pine. I'll never forget that on 115th Street and the Copper Box 2 over on 118th Street, right over there on Halstead. The roads and what was the other one? There was some other ones that they had. But I'm just simply saying you could go to Sandpipers. A lot of people don't know about these places, the roads, all these places that people used to go in the community that let the dollar recirculate in the community. We had Mr. Young's grocery store. He may not have been a major grocery store, but then he had great prices, and we patronized him, and he stayed in business until they put in the big stores and everything, and they closed the neighborhood stores. Walmart closed the stores. They lied and said that they were going to keep people working and advance and help the community, and they did nothing, and they just left a big building. You can't take the building with you. Somebody else is going to make it a flea market or where we got to. I mean, they're going to do what they do, but we got to promote business, and we got to do what we need to do. We have what is IBEX Club? What's that called? Okay, that was it was multi Floors of View. Yeah, okay, well, I could dig it. I mean, they had house music and things like that, and you could go places. It wasn't no unalivement and all those other things that were going on. Foxy, it wasn't going on. It wasn't happening. And I like to say good morning to D. Harris, the extraordinaire of interior design, can do something. I'm telling she was coming on today. We had a scheduling situation which made things a little bit better. She's coming on Monday, and from I got a treat, and it's going to be wonderful. It's an opportunity to get together. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her and her contributions and the things that hopefully that will be done here on Mag Media 3 Productions, Mac Man Morning Show. Good morning, Grand Rising. If I did not say it, Brother Lee will be here in a little bit. We're going to start our discussion, but I wanted to say something and get a warning out to my listeners. Wait a minute. In Chicago. Let me get this situated. All right. There's some foolishness and some shenanigans going on in the city of Chicago. Those of you all that listen to me in Cook County and the suburbs and several other places, my relatives that live out there, so forth and so on. There's a little problem that's going on with these kids going out in the street doing any and everything. These mobs, as they call them. Now listen here, folks. See, Foxy and Alice, I ain't gonna say nothing. See, my pastor used to say, he said, y'all know I ain't been in church all my life. See, I threw that. I want you all to hear this. Listen to me, Chicago and Cook County areas. Talk to your children because they got something for them. You better talk to your children because the police and the mobilizations that are coming together against your children. And if you look at the police departments nowadays, and I'm just saying this as a caveat and not to start anything, are not looking like us every day. Come on, somebody. Y'all sitting there, y'all wake up in the bushes and everything. Y'all need to hear this. If you got relatives, even in these bigger cities, these towns, that goes for Memphis, Shelby County, that goes for Arkansas, that goes for these towns that Jackson, Mississippi, y'all down there that hear me, y'all know y'all hear me. Please be aware of what these kids are doing. All they want to do is you're giving the man with the makeup, the orange makeup, an opportunity to bring in martial law. I'm gonna say it one more time for y'all that don't believe. This man is sitting back waiting. He's sitting back waiting for somebody to give him just one reason to sign the power that he would have ultimate power. No more elections, no more anything. Everything will be centrally located, and he's waiting. He wants you to hate him so bad and get out and do all kinds of things against him and have your kids running while your kids is running wild and you trying to protest and everything. And I'm not against protest. There's got to be a better way, folks, because we're setting up ourselves for destruction. And the first place he's going to send it to is the city of Chicago. He ain't gonna mess with New York too much, but he's gonna make a point. He's got because he got the mayor of New York in his pocket, but he don't got Brandon Johnson. And let me tell you something: if you keep doing what you're doing, y'all better hear me in Cook County and in Chicago and in Indiana and different places. Watch your kids. If idle minds is the devil workshop, my grandmother would always say, and I see it verbatim, and I see it even right now that we can't even get things together. We got to pull a handle on these children. We better do something. And I mean, we need to do something real bad. I mean, the curfew ain't going to happen because they be out in the streets all time tonight and day. 12-year-old, 13-year old, sleep all day and get up in the night like Dracula. Yeah, like vampire, running in the streets. They've arrested several. The last melee that they had, they've arrested several people. And now you got to get off your job. You got to go find your kid and say, oh, they didn't do it and all that other stuff and my baby. And oh, no. They said they had large gatherings, that large teen gatherings that have been taking place in multiple downtown neighborhoods. These white folks ain't going for it. I'm just going to go tell you the truth. Why they ain't going for it. They paying all that money to stay on the Gold Coast down there and have shops and different things. If you go down there, young people, get ready to go to jail. Y'all that's getting ready to graduate and thinking y'all gonna cut class and go down and we just gonna cause the disturbance. You won't graduate. You're not gonna go to college. Don't take it and talk to your kids. If you got going to college and got accepted in the college and got your financial aid together and all those things to get ready to go to school in the fall or whatever the case may be, and you go downtown Chicago and clown and act a fool, and they just so happen to grab you, your baby, the one that don't do nothing. They may not have done nothing. They may not have gone to jail. They may not have a youth record or anything like that. But we better watch these kids. I'm speaking to that's my hometown. And if it wasn't my hometown, listen, we got to get a hold. If we ever going to make it in survival mode, we got to get our kids have to be. We were not wild like this. And we were going through the 80s, the 70s. And in the 90s, we went through every economic situation. We went through the dope epidemic and we got through that. We went through civil rights. We got through that. Doggone near came through slavery, but we still got through that. And here we are clowning and acting a fool once again. If you never like me, I'm not here for anybody to like. I am a broadcaster, reporter, and commentator. I just so happen to give you the news the way that I would give it to you. I'm giving you the news and information that you should need in a way. Forgive me for the elevated voice because I usually don't do that. But when you're passionate about and you see, I'm not saying we were angels, but there's some things we just did not do as kids. We had discipline. I didn't say that you had to kill your children. You got to excuse my French and saying certain words I shouldn't say. You don't have to unalive or hurt them or harm them to provide discipline. A whooping ain't never hurt me. I'm so sorry. I ain't saying I was slave or whooped like a slave or nothing like that. But I knew not to do certain things. And some got some work, but once you knew, you knew not to do certain things. Folks, get your children. Please get these kids. Please get them. Don't let them go down there and embarrass you. You got to go down there and pick them up. God knows where they're going to take them. And if they get into the county jail system, imagine what your baby's going to look like. 18, y'all that's 18, 21, all them kids that didn't make it through school or whatever they doing out there. Y'all that's adults, young adults and everything, thinking that y'all can go to these wild parties and these places like that and something happened. Look at what happened in the Dominican Republic. Look at that club that crashed. They were on the rooftop partying, living their best life, boogie woogie from top to the bottom floor. People stampeding, boom, 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 boom. You got hundreds of people up there, thousands. They got the celebrities. You got every onlooker, every reporter, every newspaper. 'Cause they watch. That's big news down there. They partying and getting down at the spot of spots. And what happened? Boom, they caves in. God help those families that were affected by those situations. We had our discussion on yesterday, and it was a wonderful discussion on yesterday about talking about that we poverty stricken and we, something wrong with us when we deprived. Well, I doggone near forgot about the title. I didn't want to even assassinate it like that. But I started out that way because and they say, yeah, the time has changed. Time been changing. There's just some stuff you just don't do. Somebody in Sunday school, Bible class, going to church, y'all going to church doing this and that. Somebody better cry to your alarm and let these kids know, listen here, we got to do something. Something has to be done to capture the attention of our young people. And I'm not just on them. I'm on them because who are we leaving and what reputation and what legacy are we leaving, folks? That's why we got to have positive media. That's why we have to have independent media, not to fry the people's brain, but to just let you know what's really going on from a perspective that you listen. I could be a talking head, put a shirt and tie on, which would probably be nice. I got a lot, you look nice on. I'm getting ready to come visual real soon, but not for the purpose of flash and for anybody to click and to view. You like our show, I appreciate it. It's going to go poverty and destitute. Yes, yeah, poverty stricken and destitute. Yes, thank you very much. See, it got and there has to be, listen, we got to do something. We don't know. Look at what's happening. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna go to something else. I saw videos of people, they pull these pranks on people. Not a prank, and they call this one the gold digger prank, where this guy gets a Maserati or something, a Ferrari car, and the lady don't know he's on the street, got some shorts on or something like that, and he walk past the lady, say hello, and she don't even look at him. He look like some average big old husky, whatever. So after he many attempts of saying hello and everything, she goes away. He jumps in the car. The lady runs back to the car. Oh, this your car? He said, yeah, I'm in it. You wouldn't even give me a time of day. I said, well, you look like you. All of a sudden, they look nice. They see money, not knowing it could have been a trap. I'm talking about this illegal things that are going on. This S trafficking that's going back and forth. Trap your daughter in the car. They in the girl. Oh, we in the car living our best. Here, take a selfie. This and that. You can take all the selfies you want. You in the back of a Mazda, whatever the case may be, thinking that you're going to have a good time with a person, and you're trapped. How long will we go for the rat and cheese type situation? The cheese is the things that we see. All of a sudden, it's a trap. It looks good to the eye. It may smell good. Whatever the case may be, that piece of cheese is the most they make sure that it's the most nice part, a hunk. You mean I can get this hunk of cheese from my brethren and everybody don't know nothing about it, and I got this cheese, and all of a sudden you stick your head in and bow, it's over. Please be careful. Watch your children. Watch what they're doing. This is the Magman Morning Show. Brother Lee has made his arrival. We're going to come back. I got a couple of more things I want to talk about leading into our discussion. And I had something I really want to talk about, and that is see, I one of my favorite eateries in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area, where D knows where I'm talking about. Is trying to spread its wing. How dare they have a restaurant in Atlanta and in Houston and bypass James right here in the midst. I'm going to tell y'all about that. That's a little sandwich show. And I'm going to introduce you to and just throw out a little something. Happy Friday. Hey, there she is. Dee Harris is here. I got some good news about Miss Dee Harris and her wonderful, wonderful business. I'm going to take a break real quick. Y'all just stand by. This is the Magman Morning Show, Mag Media 3 Productions. We're here. And we just love to be here. All of our listeners, WKRA 92.7 on our FM dial who carries our signal. We just thank you very much. All of our mid Southerners and everybody. I'll be right back after these messages. You know, we got to be nice to our sponsors. And I'm just grateful. I be telling people, I appreciate the people that come and give me an opportunity to run their business. And you ain't going to lose all your money. Okay, trying to fool around with folks and messy contracts and everything. Support what we're doing. Let's make this money together. Yeah, I said it. Survival mode, baby. We got to make it. We got to make sure that things are happening. This is the Mac Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538. As we live life and grow, our number one concerns are having a life and a dream and a home, beauty, privacy, and security. Keys Home by Regina is here for you, a licensed and certified realtor in the state of Arkansas. Regina has the skills and the know-how and the patience to guide you through the rough rigors of owning your first piece of real estate. Whether it's commercial or residential, whether it's your first time buying a home or you're just looking to expand your real estate portfolio, I'm sure that there's something that Regina can do for you. So call her right now and get the ball rolling. From Humphrey to Whitehall to Redfield and to Pine Bluff, Keys Home by Regina will put you in the home that you've always wanted. So call Regina right now at 501-400-4655.
And it's 28 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock right here on the Magman Morning Show. Listen, it is our first anniversary. Yeah, we're going to boogie. Now, I don't know about boogie, but, we're going to get down, celebrating our wonderful 1 year anniversary that we've been blessed to be on the radio and on television and moving beyond our abilities to do things that we do. I have a new sponsor, and I will call this person more than just a sponsor, but this is someone that is going to be very vital to a lot of people, and you'll be surprised at what I have seen with my eyes, and you will see with your eyes the ability of a person to transform a piece of real estate, an office, a room, a whole complex, multi levels of things, and transform them into creations that you would be envied around the international circles that you would be going around. And that person that I would like to introduce to you all just briefly, y'all seen her in the chat already. That's Miss D. Harris. Listen, I've seen wonderful offices. I've seen wonderful reception areas. I've seen wonderful boardrooms. I've seen wonderful suite of offices and executive offices that I envy, but I have not seen anything like what I've been observing from this wonderful woman, this wonderful business person that's operating, yes, operating out of Memphis and Shelby County. See, I tried to tell y'all, Al Green come out of here. Now, you know, if Al Green come out of here, he the baddest thing to ever hollered or sang or said anything on a record. That's me. I'm just a fan of his. You know, D. Harris is getting ready to bring her game. Okay. And my thing is, we need to be prepared to, like I said, we're getting ready in survival mode to take over uh, and to be in a position not just of riches and wealth, but in authority, because God has people that are waiting in the wind. As much confusion that's going on, and we're going to talk about the foolishness that's happening around in our country today. That you got to be prepared for. Listen, folks, we're going to talk about Miss Harris a little bit. She will be here on Monday. We welcome her. Y'all welcome her in the chat. The bushes are shaking because they're saying people are disappointed. If you do right, God will take care of you. I'm a living witness to that. I got something that I want to show y'all before I bring Brother Lee is already in the queue. You can give your greetings, Brother Lee, as I maneuver around trying to make sure I got all this stuff together. Grand rising to you, brother. Where you at,
Great
brother?
new beginnings, my
Oh,
brother.
there
New
you go.
beginnings.
There you go. I got a something that I want to talk about that got me, not the fashion that you see here, but there's something that's called the Safeguard America Voter Eligibility Act. It's called the SAFE Act. Now you might say, James Mack, what is this that you're trying to tell? This is what they trying to tell women's white women. This is what's about to happen to you. But this act is really going to affect. When they say white women, they mean black people's right underneath. We the low lives, as they say, but we're not. God forbid anybody think that we were, as a people, ever a low life. But I wanted to show this to you and discuss this. Open the discussion. There's the act that's called the SAFE Act, as I said, SAVE Act, and they saying that it could make it harder. That title for married women, well, women in general, but you know who they talking about? These people that are married and people that have maybe have some questionable marriages. But then let's not do that. We're going to look at the crust of it. Congress, along party lines, meaning all the Republicans in the House of Representatives, voted for this, including everybody ain't that's not unsubjected. Is there was 4 Democrats that voted for it. Why, I have no idea, but we're gonna talk about this a little bit if I enlarge this for you so that you could see it a little bit better. I know that I needed to. Now, this act is another requirement that must be had if it goes through uh, and not be stopped by the Senate. And if it hits the president's desk, it'll become law. He already has an executive order that's already uh, being blocked, but it says that this act, you have to prove who you are. That means that you got to have a birth certificate. You got to have something that says that you're a United States citizen. They have they have the Real ID. If you heard about the Real ID program, that's a program where it will give you, and you would have to use your driver's license, not just driver's license or your passport or some kind of document to show that you uh, that you are a citizen of the United States, even to travel in the continental United States. Say, for instance, you're on a train or you're on a bus or on an airplane. Real ID gives them the you go right through because why you've been cleared. They know that you're a citizen. That's it's another form of. It's really weird. I want to say something about it on another level, but I'm not going to do that. But if you have that, you can you know you can you get through. But and they're saying that they're effectively ending online voter registration. Folks, what am I trying to say? They know that the power of the vote, Brother Lee, they know that the power of the vote is real strong. Folks, I want you to hear me and hear me well. We can't have business. We can't have commerce. We don't know. We won't know what to do and how to move and shape if we don't know what's coming about and what's getting ready to happen. They know that we are the majority as people of color in this country, and we yet sit down on our vote. I looked at the totals of the vote that was cast in the city of St. Louis. Got to at least have 1 million people or more, or at least it's got to be the city of St. Louis. And I saw in the election not even 100,000 people voted, or less, or maybe give or take the twos and throos or whatever the case may be in St. Louis, Missouri. Don't you know if we lose the right to vote, folks, the only thing that's going to safeguard us to protect that we have is the right to vote. Now, these things are going to go in effect after the act. It'll go into effect. Those that are registering to vote after the act, they got to produce these documents when the folks, they getting ready to do it. That's why I say get your business together, get yourselves organized. And one thing that I would say to entrepreneurs, it puts you in a real good position because there's some international companies that are getting ready to get cut off. Commerce companies that are getting ready to get cut off. They need another way in order to get their goods and their services to people. And we're the biggest consumer, $1.7 trillion in buying power. We know that sound like a lot of money. I think that the Mac Media 3 Productions and other companies and other people that want goods and services, we can get a little bit of that $1.7 trillion of spending after you done paid your mortgage and paid your bills and did all of the everything. We got 1.7. Let me get it right. $1.7 trillion in buying power, Brother Lee. Brother Lee, our chief contributor and our chief commentator on the MacMan Morning Show. There's another little thing I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but we're going to get the conversation started. And Brother Lee, I just wanted to say that, they're trying their best. People are not talking about the right to vote. Don't just sit back and say, we just going to let Trump and them do the Orange Man and them do whatever they want to do and not say anything about it. Brother, we got to do something about getting these vote numbers up. What do you say about that, sir? Grand rising to you, grand rising.
Well, okay. The vote has always been important. I mean, we haven't been very smart with that vote, but it's important. And we're learning how important it is. And as far as our, we have to look at every avenue on how to combat what the Republicans, what the powers that be are doing. When we're not doing that right now, and yes, there'll be opportunities as there always are. We may have to scratch a little deeper for it, but the opportunities are out there. We got to be more creative, more inventive about seeking these opportunities. And see, we're trying to do things how they did it, and it doesn't work for us. See, those avenues that they put down, they work for them. We have to create our own avenues, our own set of paths to go down. And we haven't done that. We say, woe is me. But the alternative is to do nothing means something bad will happen. People say, well, I will do nothing. I guarantee you something bad will happen. And as far as our kids being in that place downtown Chicago by those numbers, as a gathering, is that yes, it probably wasn't any violence, and I would say any violence created by those young people. It was something that white folks say when we get together, there's a problem. And when they get together downtown on St. Patrick's Day and hang on poles and screams and hollers and break bottles and do all of that, nobody says anything. It's when people of color do something, now there's a problem. But the thing is we have to re-educate our people, our kids, about how they perceive us and the dangers that come after that. Because when we have to let our young people know that, look, you're going to get targeted when we go certain places. So we have to be vigilant, alert. The kids, the young people have to be aware because we're not going to get the same treatment as Caucasians, those Caucasian young people. So we have to let our kids know before they leave the house, look, you have to act accordingly. You can't scream about, these are my rights. Yes, you got to let them know, yes. But in a certain way is how you do it. Because they're not going to respect us, and they haven't. So when we send
You're
our
saying
young people
it's
out,
not what you say, it's how you say it.
we have to educate them about what's going on around them. Because they see social media and think that young people see everything must be okay. I can do what they do. No, you can't. And get the same outcome. So be aware of how they perceive us and how they react. So that's the thing that we have to do. That's more important than telling them to have a good time, but have a safe time. See, we have to include that word into have a nice time. No, have a safe and aware of your surroundings time. That's what we have to tell each other, even the young and the old, and the adults. When you say have a good time, no, have a good, safe, aware of your surroundings time. That's what I have to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know something, and coming from the city of Chicago, and uh, proudly saying, I mean, I love my hometown. I do. I have. It made me cringe when I saw the footage, and I didn't play the footage, but I got the footage. They said, "Man, they done overran downtown Chicago," and like you said, Lee, they have Cinco de Mayo. Isn't it coming up? Is that right, Lee? Something's coming up. The Cinco de Mayo, or something is happening. Puerto Rican Day. I don't want to get it mixed up. Anybody know anything? You probably know. It's something getting ready to happen. Now you got the Hispanic community that's going to be out there. Now, somebody said, Brother Lee, and to our audience, that they're going to have ICE agents out and about grabbing up immigrants during the celebration. If I'm right, y'all, about this celebration, something's getting ready to happen this weekend or whatever the case may be. Uh, Somebody let me know if you can look it up, Alice, and see if there's a Cinco de Mayo or something. Is that okay? It's May 5th. They're saying, thank you. See, thank you, Alice. They're saying that they're going to put people and agents in the crowd to grab people, relatives, children, everybody. I guess they're going to grab whomever they need to grab. Undocumented people, they're going to be out there. And I know that in the city of Chicago, Cinco de Mayo is big news. It's big thing. They got their flags waving, they hollering, they decorate their windows from their different villages and hamlets that they come from. And the reason that I brought that up is because of this. All right, y'all see that I got to bring the news, and this is just the discussion that I wanted to show you. See, the Hispanic community is saying to the brothers and sisters, those of us that have gone, those of us of color, that where's Jesse Jackson? Where's the NAACP? They taking our people, and the women that married these immigrants and people, they say they taking their families. I feel sorry for people that are being separated, but I I I can't sympathize with people that didn't. Yeah, I voted for Kamala. I don't know who you voted for. Y'all voted for Trump. And this is what he's getting ready to do. Let me get this situated, Brother B, so we can discuss. And I'm going to go to a break in a little bit for to clear the way. The Orange Man administration invalidates the Social Security numbers of immigrants, pushing them to do what? Self-deport. He is doing it. Don't you know that the crops are coming? Don't you know planting is coming? Who is going to harvest, cut the chickens, clean the hotels, all these other things that they say that we will not do? That's why I'm saying to you, opportunities are there. Let's talk about. I want to just throw this in here, Brother D, as you look at this, how I'm looking at it, and to our listening and viewing audience, I want you to pay attention to this. Now they're starting with the people that they can do this to. Okay, they're using the laws of that post-slavery laws, pre-slavery, post-slavery laws that they're using, that they still have on the books, that they have not. The ink is there. It's there. They can pull it up and do you know how many laws and regulations that are voted in the legislatures and the city halls and in the halls of Congress every year? Thousands that we don't even know about. They pass and pass, and they pull them out when they want to use them. Then we wonder, where did they come from? We don't know anything about this. This is the law. Our congressmen and women, like I was telling you about Diane Black, meaning to be the congresswoman of Mississippi in the first congressional district. Yeah, I said it because it's important who you send to Congress. I'm talking to you all. I want you to hear me and hear me well. The jig is up, as they say, and it's survival mode. Survival mode does not mean that we are hostile or we're savages or we're out there with clubs and weapons and things trying to hurt people and it's a free for all. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the skills, the know how, and the ability that we have within ourselves is going to be very, very valuable because who are the teachers? Let's go back a little bit. Most schools in the South started in churches. They hired a teacher to come in at certain times. They didn't have school all year round because why? They were the ones, they were picking the cotton and the producers and so forth and so on. So those children had to be out. The more kids you had, the more money you made. So if you had 14, 15, how many did Aunt Daisy have? My mother had 12. I didn't hit no, I never been to the field, and I'm not saying that I would. Uh, but my brothers and sisters older than I were picked cotton and several things like that. I didn't. I was born in Chicago when things were going crazy and rights to get a decent house and everything. So, but what they're trying to do is they told me that those that are here got them green cards and you got those social security numbers attached to those green cards. They're saying that they're invalidating. That means that you're through. You got to go. You're no longer a citizen. So if you up in Cinco de Mayo, they already been up in IRS, they've been up in Social Security already. Why did they go there? Why did the orange man let Elon Musk and them folks, the muskrat, go up in there to get the cheese? That wasn't no trap. They knew exactly where the good cheese was. It's information, numbers, folks. Numbers, numbers. They canceled Cinco de Mayo in Chicago. You know why, don't you? Those aldermen, those Hispanic aldermen, put the word out that we're going to have to scale down this celebration because they're going to have ICE agents right there. Don't you know how many buses and cages? And they're ready. They're ready. We're going to take you. There are people that have left their jobs and left construction work. You know, you usually see a lot of Hispanic on these construction sites. You don't see that. You see very little brothers out there now, but this is our opportunity, folks. Trade school, get it now while you can. Get some skills now, and then we're going to have to be instructors to teach the future. That's why we got to be ready. We ain't going to suffer. We just in survival mode. Somebody told us survival mode, folks. If they take your right to vote, if they take the social security numbers of these people, who else are they trying to come after? They know they can't do it. Elections have serious consequences. I'm gonna bring Brother Lee in on this. Come on, Brother Lee. We're gonna go straight through, and I'll do my last cuts on the back end. Come on, I said enough. Come on, Brother Lee. I just want to discuss this. Let me take this down here, and let's go here. Come on, Brother Lee.
Well, yeah, the vote is very, very important. I would say that the vote is very important. Yes, for our Hispanic brothers, I know, and sisters, I know that they haven't, you know, closed ranks with us, and they felt that they were a different breed, a different kind of Caucasian, but they are African American. I mean, how you think they get that dark skin? They don't get tans, but their skin is dark. But like I said before, no one wants to be African American. African. You know, because of the backlash, the things that they get. So they pass themselves. They want to become Caucasians, and they seeing that they are not being accepted, and so there's repercussions and consequences. So no matter how long they've been here, they're still under threat of being deported. And the thing is that we have to understand that they're under fire. They're nightmare. They're chickens, like Malcolm X says in some of his statements. He says one statement. He says, "Chickens have come home to roost." Their vote, they vote for Donald Trump and the Republicans have come to kick him in the butt, and they see that now. But sometimes, your consequences have to wake you up. Sometimes your bad decisions will come back to bite you, and now they feel it. You know, they feel it, and the possibilities of them losing everything, everything they worked for, is in a threat to go away. And that's the thing, we have to look at that just for us, because we're next. And they say, well, how will they put us out? I mean, they're making up laws as they go. And those laws are to beat
So, do
beat
you
us.
really think we next lead as far as
Oh, we're definitely next.
where they going to send us? What are they
Well,
going to
see,
do? They out.
well, that's something that they will. I'm sure they have a plan, or to make us so subservient that, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. In the South, when they had slaves, when our ancestors were captive, uh, when we were captives, when we escaped, some of us, we didn't stop when we went north. We went all the way to Canada, because they would send slave catchers, which they call police, to the north to capture us and bring us back. So they're thinking that we'll go up to Canada. We've done it before. And they think they'll drive us up to Canada. They'll drive us out of this country. They'll make it so unpleasant, so unbearable to be here, that we will go there. And that's what they're planning. I think that's part of their plan. I think that's a possibility. And we're always saying,
Well,
well, what
okay,
will
but
they do
Brother
with
Lee,
us?
okay, I want to add, okay, I'm not saying that it is far fetched or anything like that, and just for the sake of discussion, I mean, we're planted here. I'm not saying that they can't. I mean that they had every ability to really do it if they really, really wanted. Something is, I believe, the Constitution is keeping them, or if
Oh,
they go to martial law of some kind, like I said. Now, you made a point about martial law, you and Foxy yesterday, and you were saying about and not spooking people or anything like that, but just looking at the things that they're trying to do. if there's an uprising or something like that, or this foolishness that keeps going on in the streets and in the cities with our children, and them blaming us. They're literally saying, "Well, they got the guns, they shooting us, and they doing this, and we got to get a handle on it." And we just believe that. I'm talking about people, everyday people, Lee, that get on the L on the bus and don't feel safe, and then they say, "Well, if we got these National Guards here." And this here giving him an opportunity to do this will go along for it. So do you think that people really going to go along with this, sending us or making us subservient or whatever the case may be?
Listen, we have to understand what's going on, and we still don't. Listen, when they had Black Lives Matter and we were protesting, the police, they have it. People can look this up on YouTube. They had police with rocks and boulders and bricks. They were pouring the bricks out of their trucks and out of their vehicles onto the street early in the morning. So then they would have people they would bring in, and they would throw rocks and agitate the protesters. You can look on YouTube and your various outlets and see this. So that's why I'm saying is that they'll create the chaos. They'll create the situations. It'll be manufactured by them, by the police, by law enforcement, by the military. They will agitate. They will create it, and it will seem like what we are doing. They say black folks are doing this. No, they will do this. They will show in some way that we are doing it, but actually, in actuality, it'll be them. So they can create a situation where military law will be activated. And martial law is military law. Make no mistake about it. It eradicates your civil rights. All rights. You'll have no rights. You'll have to be at home at a certain time that they tell you to. You can only work when they tell you to. You can only shop when they tell you to. You can only go to the doctor's office when they tell you to. And then they'll have, with that military law, they can come knock on your door and tell you, you no longer own this home. We need this space for military use.
Yeah.
So
But I wanted to ask you then, okay, then it's going to affect not just black people, Lee, but then it's going to affect everybody. They're saying to you right now, this is what they're trying to do as far as I'm talking about whittling the corn or separating the wheat and the tare, as they would say. Certain folks would say, you got to have a certain ID in your DMVs, and I got it. It's on also on my driver's license and everything. It's called the Real ID Gold Star. Okay, let's talk about. And I'm not saying let's talk about it, but then these are some of the mechanisms that they putting in place to separate those ones. You don't have certain identity. If your identification is not up to par, they can hold you in martial law. They can hold you as a what do they call that? You're a threat to the nation or something. You know, it could get to that part. Like, I'm not saying that it's going there, but I'm just simply saying that things are happening and putting it in place that if we get mad, if the country get enough mad at that orange joke up there, he's going to run. He has that power. That's what got me crossed between two. Are they going to? I mean, do you really believe that the government is going to that they're going to sit back and let this man get away with this here, Lee? That's where I'm going. I'm just asking.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. If it's not going to affect you, why would you do anything about it? If it's not going to affect white folks, why would white folks stop it? If it's going to benefit white folks, Democrat or Republican, why would they stop it? It's not in their best interest to get in the way of something that they want done anyway. See, we're saying that they're going to stop white folks. Let me tell you something. It's up to their discretion who they stop. They don't have to stop everyone. They can stop every black person. See, we saying, well, you're going to separate the wheat from the tariff. But see, they'll pick it out, man. They'll stop you, but they won't stop the white guy or the white woman or the white kid. Because it's up to their discretion. They say everyone is equal, but no. They'll single you out and they'll stop just you. They're not going to come into the Caucasian community and knock on doors. They're going to isolate them. It'll be like a gated community for them. No black folks allowed. You'll get stopped. If you live in their community, if you live in white folks' community, you'll be the only person stopped. You,
Wow. But
so
okay, but look, okay, but I want to say this real quick. Let's run to a break real quick, get that out of the way, and we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue our discussion with Brother Lee, our chief contributor, chief commentator, and we're gonna continue. This is an interesting point that I wanted to bring out, not to make anybody cringe or anything like that. You got to think about where we are and what position that we are. We're in the most difficult spot and difficult position coming up because they're making these laws, and God forbid it goes to that man's desk, that person's desk, and it happens. Listen, we'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show.
As we live life and grow, our number one concerns are having a life and a dream and a home, beauty, privacy, and security. Keys Home by Regina is here for you, a licensed and certified realtor in the state of Arkansas. Regina has the skills and the know-how and the patience to guide you through the rough rigors of owning your first piece of real estate. Whether it's commercial or residential, whether it's your first time buying a home or you're just looking to expand your real estate portfolio, I'm sure that there's something that Regina can do for you. So call her right now and get the ball rolling. From Humphrey to Whitehall to Redfield and to Pine Bluff, Keys Home by Regina will put you in the home that you've always wanted. So call Regina right now at 501-400-4655. Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Hello, my brother. You get these guys. There you go. You continue to get them.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Okay. Can you all hear me now? Okay, I think I can. I u- I usually don't have this situation happening, but we're going to be okay with this little technical thing. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm here with Brother Lee. Brother Lee, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you there, Brother Lee? Can you hear me? Okay. Well, listen, we're going to continue with what we were, our discussion that we had, and, or having, excuse me, about the decision that was made to take these people's social security numbers. Now, like I was trying to say, and I was trying to iterate, and I don't know, Brother Lee, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Lee, with your commentary, what you were saying, and I had cut you off with the I was going to say something else about those social security numbers, but go ahead with your commentary, sir.
Well, no, brother. I was just saying that we have to be vigilant, have to be aware, and understand that these laws that they have in place, they've had the civil rights laws in place since the 60s, and we're still trying to get them to recognize it, to respect it, and go by it. So, yeah, with a stroke of the pen, yeah, President Johnson signed that Civil Rights Act, but what has changed? I mean, what really significantly has changed? Our neighborhoods still, some of our neighborhoods look the way they do because the government has systematically targeted our neighborhoods without having that with denying us to right to bank loans, to mortgages, and we're systematically not putting, and they don't put any resources in our communities. And I like to say this. This is what I like to say. One of the things, and we don't talk about it enough. We see our celebrities, African American celebrities, and affluent people in our community that does look like us, that are not in our communities, and they invest their money in the Caucasian in businesses. They invest their money into Caucasian stocks and properties and everything like that. But when it comes to our community, the very community that they come from, then you say, well, what can they do? Well, they can put it don't take off. They can put a grocery store in our communities. They don't have to put a chain of them, but they can start with one grocery store, one celebrity, adopt a grocery store and put it in the community. Put a youth center in our communities. I mean, to do those, put those resources. I'm not asking for all your resources, but just what you go to a nightclub and spend 20, 40, 50, $100,000 taking it. Put a grocery store in our community. Take those Arab stores out and give us something else. They say, well, no, I don't want to do that. But you want us to buy your records, you buy your music, you want us to go to your concerts. You live on the back of black folks, but you won't invest in black folks. And that's what I like to say.
This is the MacMan Morning Show, and we're here. Uh, we're here to do just what we said that we were going to do, bring you inspiration and information. I want to thank Brother Lee for his commentary that he had on the day. I want to give you a programming note that we are going to have our guest, our new sponsor and a supporter of this show, Ms. D. Harris Interiors. She's coming, D. Harris, she'll be here on Monday. We're getting ready to get the press and do the release. We're going to be having our panel discussion. Hopefully this week. I've gotten I'm waiting on Foxy to give me a confirmation to see if she could be a part of this panel. And I'm waiting on one more person. I got Martin G. Johnson. Of course, Brother Lee will be there. I don't know how Alice got to be a major moderator on this one. I don't know. She rarely comes. I wanted her on there, but I got something else up for you, Alice. I want you all to put in, okay, you confirmed, okay, put in put the link to your platforms. Always put it in, Foxy, y'all. All of y'all that have platforms that support us, put it in, and we're going to have continue to support you in what you're doing. Don't forget Monday, Big Monday. I'm telling you, you're going to see something, and you're going to be amazed. I feel that we have such talent. Man, we got talent in this world. They think that, and I'm gonna put it this way: say what you will, say what you will, say what you will. But I know that we are uniquely made and we're God's children, and He ain't gonna let us down. Listen, this is the MacMan Morning Show. Y'all have y'all a wonderful weekend. Listen, be back here next week, God willing, at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is 11. That's 9. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Right here on the MacMan Morning Show, we're gonna have I got a surprise for you, and we're going to be working and making sure uh, that everybody knows that, hey, listen, if you connected with us, you on board to something really wonderful. We may be just one train, but hey, we can have a whole lot of passengers. I'm James Mack. Love somebody. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to love each other. Don't forget Foxy and Alice's platforms.
that they have. Y'all support them. Go like and subscribe over there. They're part of our family. Don't forget, we're going to have a wonderful show kicking off Monday. Real important, and it's going to be really wonderful. You all stay tuned. Come on back here on Monday morning, and if it is Monday morning, if it's a weekday at 9 a.m., it's the Mac Man Morning Show. Love somebody. It ain't going to cost you a dime.
It's a Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's a Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's a Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's a Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's a Mac Man Morning Show. It's a Mac Man Morning Show.